We have all heard the big true crime headlines, but now Ashleigh Banfield is working to give us a deep dive into the most jaw-dropping cases on her show, Crime Nation. Earlier, we spoke to her all about it.
I have seen cases fall apart based on false confessions.
The prosecution says they can't release a transcript of the confessions because of the gag order by the courts.
Ashleigh Banfield, welcome to DBL. Good to see you.
Hey guys, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So Ashleigh, I'm a true crime junkie. So what kind of new information will Crime Nation bring to life?
Well, I'm so glad, first of all, to hear that you're a fan of true crime. And it turns out that you join millions and millions of people who have sort of flocked to this genre in the last 5 to 10 years. And I think there's a good reason why. I think, for starters, we go to movie theaters and we're enthralled by these cinematic dramas that take us through a mystery, and then we walk out of the theater and realize it's happening right here in my backyard. It's happening all around me for real. And then I can get on the interwebs and I can actually be a part of the sleuthing community. There are a lot of true crime sleuths out there that, for better or for worse, get very involved in putting the puzzle pieces together. And if you think about it, guys, homicide detectives are a limited number and a limited budget. Even the FBI has a limited budget. So to have hundreds of thousands of eyeballs out there scanning every frame of video on a story and looking through every piece of social media on a story and finding clues, that could be very helpful.
So, you've been covering these kinds of cases for a while, and they are gruesome and sad, and these are real people at the base of them. So are there any cases that stick with you after the work is over?
Yeah, so many of them stick with me, and I'm going to give you an example of one in particular, Al, that I just thought about it before I came on with you guys. In Delphi, Indiana, 7 years ago, Libby German and Abby Williams, two just barely reaching their teens girls, went for a walk. 13 and 14 years old. They went out for a walk on a hiking trail and they disappeared. And then their bodies were found the next day. And we are now 7 years later and we still don't have resolution in that case because we don't have someone brought to justice for it. We've got somebody in jail awaiting trial, Richard Allen, and that trial should be this fall. But we don't have resolution. That's what sticks with me oftentimes.
Yeah, I believe that. As a mom of two, I can't imagine.
I actually remember that case.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine what these family members must be going through. Okay, let me ask you this, Ashleigh, because why is it that Americans, especially women, have such a fascination with true crime stories?
I think it's also that whole notion of being able to be a part of it. Nobody really got online before, like a book club, and joined the sleuthing community before. And even if they don't join the sleuthing community actively, they can passively look and see what the latest developments are moment to moment. They don't have to wait for a news program. They can literally see some of the puzzle solving in real time online. Whether it's being solved accurately is a whole other kettle of fish. And on Crime Nation, we're taking this very seriously. We're not only looking at what they're doing online, but we're then placing that next to fact and evidence so that whomever is following what they're following online can see whether it checks out or not. I think that is a big fascination for people. They want to know what the resolution is, but they also desire the accuracy and can't always find it on the internet.
What do you think about sensationalizing true crime, though?
Yeah, that is the downside. Just like there's a downside for crime sleuthers who start pointing the finger at people, which they should never be doing. Only the police should be doing that. There is that notion that this can be sensationalized. And one thing that we never forget, whether it's on News Nation or whether it's on Crime Nation, is that there are real people involved here. There are real people who are suffering and want justice for their loved one, their friend, their family, their colleague. This is not something that should be ogled.
Right.
This is something we should be a part of as good citizens, because guess what justice is? It's us.
Yeah.
We're the jurors. We are the judges. We're electing the people who bring people to justice. It is a good citizenry that says when I get my jury summons, I will do that. I'm not going to try to get out of it, because if everybody tries to get out of it, we have no justice in this country. It is a good democratic thing to be a part of the justice system. It's also a good democratic thing to remember that there are real victims involved.
Well said, Ashleigh. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here today. To our viewers, you can catch Crime Nation right now on CW. Thank you again. Good to see you.